Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Stories on the Small Screen. And by stories on the small screen, I mean television shows or shows that are streaming on your local television stations like Hulu, Amazon, Netflix, etc., etc. So many of them. I don't want to call it a review channel, but I'm going to call this maybe a discussion channel and what we think of the shows. And at the end, I'll give my overall opinion of the show, and then I'll rate it because that's just what I like to do on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being it just was not it. 10, of course, being I'll watch it again. And of course, I'll ask you your opinion, your honest opinion, but let's keep it light. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it respectable. This is, just to get people talking about what's on the small screen, because everyone always talks about things that are that's at the movie theaters. And, I thought this would be fun. And it's my first channel. So bear with me. So the first show we're going to discuss is, what do you guys think of Our Kind of People? Our Kind of People is, I think, executive produced by Lee Daniels and Tasha Smith, and it's a list of whole other people as executive producers as well. It airs every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on Fox, and the characters are really, really Black excellent, in my opinion. The characters range from Yaya DaCosta, she plays Angela Vaughn. We have Debbie Morgan, who plays Patricia Williams as Yaya's aunt. And then there's Morris Chestnut in here. There's a lot of people in here. So, like I said, this is the first video, so bear with me. It'll get better with time. But Our Kind of People basically takes place in Oak Bluffs. Oak Bluffs is in Massachusetts, I believe, and is basically they call it the Black Martha's Vineyard. So Angela Vaughn, again played by Yaya, her family is inherited this store, or this old house, and Angela basically makes hair care products and does hair. So she has a hair care product called Eve's Crown. But that's just the beginning of it. She basically is coming to this town where there's rich, wealthy people. Angela and her family obviously weren't wealthy, but her mother, who is now passed away, had an affair with one of the wealthy men, and I believe his name is Teddy Franklin, and he's played by Joel Morton. And if you guys don't know who Joel Morton is, Joel Morton, if you ever watched Scandal, he was Papa Pope, and he can read a mean monologue. But anyways, Joel Morton in this Our Kind of People is played, his character name is Teddy Franklin, and basically his daughter name is Leah Franklin, played by Nadine Ellis, I believe, I hope. And then her husband is Morris Chestnut, and he plays Raymond DuPont. And they're all rich, wealthy, elite, money, what do you call it, generational wealth. So Angela is coming to make her claim, basically, that she belongs not only in this town, she belongs in this family. So before we get to that, we'll talk about, I was going to write down a whole script, but it was just too much. So I just got some talking points so we can go over the show and what's happening. Let's talk about Angela. She wanted, she comes in, she's at this fundraiser, and she wants to give a donation, to the family. And the way they treat her when she wants to give this donation is like, she pulls out her check. She goes, I want to give this donation. They look at her. Well, actually, I believe, what's her name again? Leah looks at her. Leah Franklin DuPont looks at her, and like, the check box is at the door. Now, if that was not a snub, what else is? I know I'm too good to take your money, but you can throw it in the box at the front door on your way out, basically. But you know what? Angela handled it well. She's like, oh, okay. But she knows at this point they will not accept her, and she's going to have to fight fire with fire. But it's funny because as mean as Leah DuPont is, her and her father, again, Teddy Franklin, played again by Papa, a.k.a. Papa Pope, they are in a struggle, a battle regarding the family business. And She comes to him and she's giving him this speech about, you're going to retire, I'm going to take over the family business, and in the discussion, and he gives this mean monologue, which honestly I was shocked they gave this big monologue so early into like the first episode. Because if you don't ever, like I said, not to keep bringing Scandal up, but I'm bringing Scandal up because the monologue reminded me of a Papa Pope monologue. So he gives her the speech about why he bought the table in the conference room and why it sits at an angle so people can look up at him. And if I encourage you, I'm pretty sure you guys seen it. So if you didn't see it, go back and watch it and let me know your thoughts down in the comments, because I thought that was a mean read. But I also thought it was a little too early, like maybe in mid-season he can give a good read. But anyways, nevertheless, it was good. So back to Angela. Angela convinces her friend to nominate her to be in the Gracities Society. Shishi Fufu Society. You have to be nominated to and then voted in, I believe, So her friend gives her the nomination and Leah does not like it. Yaya volunteers to do work at the, I believe it was a fashion show, a mother-daughter fashion show. And Leah was like, no, honey, you can be on snack duty. So Yaya's taken back, but at the same time, she understands that this is how they're trying to do her. They don't think she belongs. And not only does Leah not think she belongs, the grandmother doesn't think she belongs as well. Trust me, this is wealthy money, so money this long, they just don't want to, they're not going to let outsiders in as they see it. But they know she's really not an outsider. They know deep down this woman has some serious stronghold about their family, and they would do anything, the grandmother, to not get that secret out. So back to the mother-daughter fashion show that the Gracie T's, Society is holding, which one of the organizers basically did not show up. I believe she was supposed to do hair. So Angela, played by Yaya, had to come to the rescue. Not only did she do Leah's hair, Leah Franklin DuPont, she did the whole, everyone that's in the fashion show's hair. And the hair was laid from afros to just great. The hair told a story. So that was nice to see. So we can see that they're, in my opinion, recognizing Black culture, Black hair, just everything. Greatness. I appreciated that scene. On my note, I wrote down, after Angela did the hairstyle, Leah's like, well, I don't need you to mess this up. And of course, Angela didn't. So that was that scene. So then we have Yaya somehow figures out that Teddy Franklin is her father, because she has these flashbacks when she's talking to her mother, like, who was her father, and she remembers Teddy Franklin coming to her house as a young girl and trying to figure out who her father was. So now this is a new dynamic, because now Angela figures out Leah is not just somewhere she's trying to get in society. Leah is her half-sister at this point. And she goes to her aunt and asks her aunt, does she know? And her aunt claims she didn't know. And that's a whole nother story. But we won't discuss it in this first episode. But she figures out Teddy Franklin's her father. And like I said, this is episode 1. So I'm not sure how she's going to handle that yet. But it is interesting to me. That's basically... Oh, there's also a character. Who's in here? Lance Gross. Lance Gross is definitely interested in Angela. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but I think she's feeling him. But I think he also has money, but I'm not sure how he got it. And I'll have to go back and do my research again, because I just don't think either I wasn't paying attention to that part or I just missed it. So that's the gist of episode 1. I hope this video is not too fast. I'm not talking too fast, but again, sometimes when they say with YouTube the first time, you just gotta just do it, or you never will. There's no such thing as perfect. So at this point, let me know your thoughts. I'm not gonna lie. From scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna be honest. I enjoyed it, the first episode, but it didn't really wow me. But of course, it still kept me intrigued enough. It kept me enough go. I need to see what's going on with episode 2. On a scale of 1 through 10, I probably get a solid 7. Good score for, episode 1. Keep you coming back. So that's all I have for now. Let me know your thoughts at the comments. And of course, what they say, hit like button and share if you like it. And make your comments, we could have some dialogue. But again, let's be respectful. Let's keep it fun. Let's keep it clean. And because it's not that serious, there's more pressing things going on in the world. So has been the first opinion of Our Kind of People, Season 1, Episode 1. Again, it airs on Fox Tuesday night at 9 p.m. And thank you again. Goodbye.